But hi, everybody. Hi, Java, Ari, who's lurking, Richie, Lord Falconis. Welcome back. So apparently we have a content warning. I literally just opened the game. I haven't touched anything. It's a horror game and is not intended for all audiences. Well, good, because this is the audience it's intended for. You visit their website if you really want content warnings, and there's flickering lights and all that good stuff. So here we go. You have been warned. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings. There are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. You playing a horror game? Who would have thought? Exactly, right? It's weird. All right, apparently we're playing a love story. But let's do this, shall we? Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Slay her or the world ends. Got it. Let me know if that fixes it, Java. Oh. The end of what world? What are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Killing a princess seems kind of bad, though, doesn't it? Can't someone else do this?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Was that better, Java? Was that louder? I'm going to go with this one. Do you have any evidence to back this up?
You're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
But how can a princess locked away in a basement end the world?
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Yeah, I like this one. Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up?
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
This is basically the Stanley Parable, but fantasy. I mean, maybe. Now that you say that, the voice kind of sounds like the Stanley Parable guy.
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
I can turn around and leave. That's an option. We still have another year. No. 2025. I looked it up yesterday. Let's see. Yeah, do I get a reward for doing this?
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
But I want to know what it is. Yeah, tell me my prize.
It's a secret, but I think you'll like it. It's a special reward, just for you. And whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest imagination. Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But
Oh, sorry, I didn't
a
read
word
that
of
one to you.
warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out. Then each and every one of us is doomed.
Dun dun dun.
So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
He's right.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Alright, proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Sorry, I wanted to check something real quick. Okay, we're good. Pristine blade, okay.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Alright, I'll take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Noted. Oh, look, my cursor changed from just a hand to a hand with a knife. That's kind of cool. Alright, enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Well, she is a princess.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
I think I came here to kill you. Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Oh, hey, baby cakes.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
And you're the next contestant on The Price is Right. Come on down. Hi, Mal. How are you? I'm here to kill you or something? Maybe?
Hello there.
Oh, hello. Hello there. What? No way. Why would you even think that?
That giant knife you're holding kind of gives it away, doesn't it?
The blade. Of course she doesn't want to talk. Who'd want to have a conversation at knife point? We should drop it. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
The lesser known Ewan McGregor jump scare. I mean, yes. Drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Alright, enjoy your commute. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Oh, you work from home. Well played, sir. Well played. I'm glad you survived your commute. Welcome home.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed.
You don't get to do it all the time, but it's welcome nonetheless, yeah.
We'll be fine.
Frost Fatales is speedrunning Chrono Cross. Ooh.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
Am I, though?
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Oh, we're having a relationship? Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. A relationship? Are you coming on to me?
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
Potato, potato. There's people out there who think you're going to end the world. What do you have to say about that? Yeah, she is
Don't
sus.
just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
Nope. No, and if I'm being honest, I'm more inclined to trust you than I'm inclined to trust them. Yeah.
Sooner or later, you'll understand that I have your best interests at heart.
I don't trust the narrator either.
Hopefully sooner.
I don't trust her, but I don't trust the narrator more.
How sweet. Now be a pal and help me get out of here, would you? We could figure out how to deal with them after I'm free.
Ooh, I still have more questions before I decide what to do.
Fine. What do you want to know?
Oh yeah, let's start with what's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Yes, Your Highness. This reminds me of a movie where an android tricks someone into letting her kill him and his boss. Oh. That sounds interesting.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
How long have you been down here?
Too long.
Oh, that's vague.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
How would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Uh-huh.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right?
She wants you to stick that blade in something. That's what she's suggesting.
She is. I'm sure of it.
Okay, we've talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
Depends if you've been naughty or nice. Hi, Freya. I don't know, she's being very vague, so a little naughty. I'm gonna keep you locked down, away down here, at least for a little bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do.
That seems like a pretty good compromise. Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
One way or another, I'm
Oh, the
going to
text
find
got
a way
darker.
out of here. You can make it easier for both of us if you help. And if you don't, I can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
Will
You
I,
have
though?
to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
Yeah, the giant red text is definitely a red flag. What's that Heights knew her girlfriend called because she's having to rush to her sister's place. They said sister to the hospital. Oh no! High fever and body aches. Well, hopefully her sister is okay. But that's okay. I'm glad you're here now. I made my choice. I'm locking her in the basement.
I know you think this is a fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins here. It's a chance we'll have to take. We can make this work. If we just stay here and keep watch, no one has to die.
You're making a mistake.
Am I, though? Should I just kill you?
You turn your back to the princess
Uh-oh.
and make your way to the stairs.
Uh-oh.
It won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing.
Oh, at least we have the knife in our hand. That's good.
Either way, she dropped her mask, didn't she? You can still turn around and finish the job.
Nope, we're sticking to the plan and locking her down here.
You'll be the death of all of us, but fine. Have it your way. You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade. Okay, we can make this work. You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
Uh-oh.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out?
How's she banging on the door?
It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. Huh? It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare. As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it. You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No, it doesn't.
Oh, this isn't gonna end well. So are we supposed to be turned on now or is it just do the voice actor? No comment. But I mean, she does have a nice voice. me all you want. All it does is ease my guilty conscience.
These aren't threats. These are promises. Sooner or later, you're going to have to sleep. And I'll make sure you never see the light of day.
Plus, it doesn't sound like you'll regret your decision very long, right?
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way. Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
You try and stumble to your feet.
Now she look
As
crazy.
the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working.
Witch! She turned the door into a jar!
It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
Yeah, that could be taken anyway, lady.
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
It's Deadly Premonition-esque music. What kind of is, isn't it?
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills. What a shame. If you'd only help me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I'd say better luck next time. But we both know this is the end, don't we?
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh. Well, that's pleasant. Yeah, GG.
You're
Chapter
on
2.
a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Apparently we start over, Java. Fucking knew it, yeah.
You're here to slay her. If you don't,
It is
it
very
will
Stanley
be the end
Parable-like.
of the world.
Alright. I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu. Wait, but I died! What am I doing here?
I can assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago.
Is bump on the frog on the log in the hole in the middle? Yes, yes. Mm-hmm.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
And a bit of undertow with the saving, yeah. I can see that.
Shh. What if he hears us? That's a very good question, little voice. What if he does hear you? Shit. I think you'll find yourselves very hard-pressed to keep any secrets from me. Not that it matters right now, because like I said, this is the first time we've met. Still, I'd rather not get off on the wrong foot. We've a world to save, after all.
Alright, let's assume I'm telling the truth and all this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. We couldn't trust either of you, and as far as I'm concerned, we still can't. All we did was lock her away. And how'd that work out for you? No comment. Well then, congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right. And your solution is to send us back in there. Do you want us to slay the princess, or do you want the princess to slay us? Obviously, I want you to slay her. One of you poses a threat to the world, and the other doesn't. Anyways, I believe your other question was something along the lines of, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
Oh.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We were killed by the princess, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Speak for yourself. From my perspective, there were plenty of consequences.
Oops. I hit a button. Let's see. From my perspective, there are plenty of consequences. I'm never going to forget the way she just made us stop working.
And that's only scratching the surface. If what you said is true, it begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or have you found yourself in another world altogether? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? If she brought an end to everything and everyone, how are we supposed to stop her? What do you want from us? I want you to succeed. You'll find a way. You're the only one who can.
Alright, proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. I don't think lying and cheating is her thing. She was very direct with us last time. Or at least she was direct with us after we decided to lock her away. It doesn't matter. Don't trust anyone.
Proceed.
The interior of the cabin is plain, the smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The only furniture of note is a lone
The doorway
table
is different.
knocked on its side in the corner of the room.
And there's a
A
mirror.
pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Hold on. What happened to the door? There was a door here last time.
Can't trust the person who told you not to trust anyone, cliche. Yes.
It's just an empty frame. She's already got out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us? I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done. So deep breath in, deep breath out. Your task awaits, and only you can do it.
Yeah, you didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
You're right. I was so stuck on the eyes watching us that I didn't even notice it there.
Oh, I see the eyes now! I didn't see those! That's creepy. You guys see them, right? They're over here, and they're over there.
What are you two talking about? There isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the floor, and the open doorway leading to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
There's no eyes. Sure, Mel.
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. We have to look at it. Unless that's what he wants us to do. And pretending it isn't there is a trick to get us to do exactly what he wants.
I'm just gonna approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the empty basement door frame. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Uh-oh, wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and
Why
rub
does my
your
hand look like
against the
that?
cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. Did he make it go away? Clearly there was something in there worth investigating if he wants it hidden so bad. You reach down and pick the blade up off the floor. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Good. Steel can't lie to us.
Yeah, I clearly need some hand cream. That hand was gross.
Is it gonna be enough, though? Couldn't you have given us something else? Something, I don't know, better than a knife?
Ooh, maybe napalm.
Could we have a bomb?
I would like some napalm, please.
The blade is the only thing you need to finish your task. You're more than capable of pulling this off, so long as you don't lose faith in yourself. Those are the words of someone who knows he's sending us to our death.
Alright, to the basement we go.
You cross over the threshold and onto a series of isolated steps, suspended in
I'm
darkness.
suspended in darkness, great.
More eyes, too. You never mentioned the
Oh,
eyes.
eyeballs. That's creepy.
The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favour. Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I am not seeing things, Java. They're there.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Oh boy, we're already in the big shouty red text.
Okay, we need a game plan. Last time we were here, just being close to her was enough to kill us.
I can step off into the void between the stairs. Why am I being reminded of Groundhog Day? Because it's basically the Stanley Parable, which is basically Groundhog Day. That's why. How hard is it to throw a knife?
It can't be that hard. But then we'd lose our weapon. We'd have to make it count. Otherwise she'd be furious and we'd be defenseless. If a knife is even enough to do anything against something like her in the first place, it'll be enough.
I kind of want to see what happens if I step off into the void between the stairs.
You attempt to step off the stairs and into the pitch black surrounding them, but you're stopped by an invisible force. Why did you do that? What did you think would happen?
I was curious. I know, that's no fun.
Congratulations, you really lucked out. Of all the things that could have happened from stepping into a void, nothing is quite possibly the best outcome you could have gotten. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs.
Oh, sorry, I hit it again.
As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones visible against the inky black of the basement mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right.
She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed.
She's the eyeballs right here.
Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here, and it certainly isn't you. Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement. We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again. Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter. Because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
She's going to find me. I'm gonna go right. Because you always
You
hug the
turn
right
to the
wall.
right. A faintly outlined path lies before you.
There you are. I told you I was going to find you.
It is a little creepy, Richie. Although apparently it turns Freya on, so who knows?
As the princess
To each their
approaches,
own.
your legs suddenly go numb. Your arms quickly follow. This is it, isn't it?
And you brought your little knife with you again. Cute.
There has to be a way out of this. Think. Think!
Stabby stab.
What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Your vision cuts out as your blood begins to coagulate. It's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart. Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open. Lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs.
This is true. This is true, Freya. This is true.
What are you doing?
I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want... And then...
Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again.
You sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more? You have seconds left.
Yes, I'm sure.
Heart. Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath.
Can't decide what you want to do, can you? Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead. Even if you look ridiculous.
She isn't attacking us.
Why? The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission. Your weapon is still in your hands. Strike at her and end this before it's too late.
Oh.
Liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart,
You're a lunatic, you know that, right?
nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Yeah, how about I just kill you instead?
Princess cocks her head, neck cracking
was a noise.
uncomfortably. And you can't help but imagine a smile carve its way from ear to ear on the other side of her mask.
Thinking about that knife, are we? Put that little theory to the test. See how it plays out. But I don't think you're going to like what happens. Because even if you make me dead, you're not getting out of here. This place is mine. And I'm not giving you the stairs unless I'm leaving with you.
Lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart,
Choices.
nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
Yeah, where's it? If you want to work together, can you at least turn off this whole organs shutting down situation?
I am what I am. It's not my fault that you can't handle being around me.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves,
I tried to leave while you suffocated, but that stupid cabin wouldn't let me. So I started to drag your body out with me, and then... Well, you died before I could get to the door. And then I was here, and now you're here too. I don't think I can move without you, and dead doesn't count. And as much as I love what we have going on, I have bigger plans than tormenting one poor little creature forever. I want to leave.
liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves,
Alright, let's leave.
lungs, liver,
Okay, let's get out of here.
heart,
What? No!
liver,
I knew you'd come around. Oh, this is going to be so wonderful.
liver.
No, I'm not going to let this happen. Before you can utter another word, your body stops moving, and,
Do you think you can just wrest control away from us? This body's barely functioning as it is. Doesn't the world end if we fail to stop her? Won't letting us die here just make it end faster? Shit. Lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs.
with a flick of the princess's wrist, the stairs slide back into place. I can't believe you're making me watch you damn everyone to torment and oblivion.
Go ahead. I'll be right behind you.
Lungs, liver. I don't trust having our back You're not wrong, but maybe you should let me handle the feedback. Just focus on keeping us alive. Right. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Besides, I get the feeling she's telling the truth. She needs us alive. Liver, nerves.
How about you go first?
What? Are you scared of turning your back to me? You don't have to be worried that I'm going to do something bad. You're too important to me now.
Liver, nerves.
Besides, what if I lost track of you and dropped the stairs on accident? I wouldn't want that to happen. And I don't think you'd want that to happen either.
She urges you forward, like one might a reluctant pet.
Okay, fine.
You place a shaky foot on the first step and begin your ascent from the base. You can feel the static prickling of the princess on your neck, your limbs buzzing with pins and needles. An uncomfortable and constant reminder that you exist, and that your existence is so very precarious.
You're almost there.
The only thing left between you and the cabin is the now shut door to the basement. It would be a real shame if it had locked behind you.
Oh, you snake. There wasn't even a door when we first got here. The door was from last time. I told you we shouldn't trust him.
I know he's messing with us, but you can't lose your cool. We need you right now. Remember?
Yes, I remember. Of course I remember. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. This is so frustrating. Heart, lungs,
Oh, no, you
liver,
just call me Coco.
nerves.
Thank you. And you? You'd really rather us die down here than let her out? Of course I would. As much as I want you to have a happy ending, the fate of the world is a little more important, and you still have a weapon. You can still make this right.
Try the door?
Oh, look at that. It's locked. What a relief for the world.
It'll open. You just have to give it a tug.
I try it again.
You pull against the door. The lock gently clicks open in response to your effort, and the door creaks on its hinges. This isn't right. That's not even the way it's supposed to swing. It's supposed to swing out. You're not nearly as powerful as you'd have us think, are you?
God damn it. I keep accidentally right-clicking.
Anyways, like he said, you're not really in control here, are you? I never said I was. If I was in control here, why would I need you to slay her? I don't know. Secret reasons?
The door is open. What are you dawdling for? It's time for us to go. The world is waiting.
Shit. The princess moves past you and into the cabin. This is it. This is your final moment to make things right. Kill her. I thought you wanted us to slay her. It's the same thing. Do it. Do it now. Do it now, or everything is over.
Oh, it's been way off the rails since the beginning, Java.
Okay, what do we do? I said, what do we do? Oh, do you want to hear from me now? Yes. Well, I thought you needed me to run the autonomic nervous system. We do, but this is important. Look, I'll even do it myself. Just tell us who to trust. Brain? Heart. Right, heart. Lungs? Liver? Nerves? Okay, thanks. I got it. Heart. Lungs. Liver. You're terrible at this. I know. I'm doing my best.
What are you doing?
Heart. Lungs. Liver. Finally, I can talk. Now, what were you asking me? Running everything kind of feels like popping in and out of consciousness. It's easy to lose track of things. They were asking you for your blessing to trust me. Oh, that's right, yeah. Fuck this guy. Don't trust him. Really? So you'd have them trust her? Oh, of course not. Can't trust anybody here but ourselves, but I guess that leaves us back where we started, doesn't it?
Sounds like Hannibal Lecter's dinner menu. Yes, yes, it does.
I suppose if I had to make a choice, I'd pick the one that doesn't make our organs shut down.
Thank you for your gracious show of support.
But that's a marginal preference. We'll have to deal with him later. I'd just rather deal with him while our organs are intact.
Whatever. You heard what he had to say, so whether you trust me or not, killing her is still the best, nay, the only option you have worth taking.
All right, I'm done. You can let me take over again.
Finally, that was awful. I really don't know how you do it.
Heart, lungs, liver.
You've been standing there staring blankly for a while now. And I have to say my patience is running a little thin. So don't make a lady wait any longer, okay? Open the door.
Lungs, liver.
Okay.
The doorknob twists in your hand, revealing the forested path beyond the cabin. Liver. You bastard. Heart.
You've actually done it. You've actually doomed
Nerves. Heart. Lungs.
It's so beautiful. I can't wait to ruin it.
Liver.
But it's so cold, too.
Lungs.
It's itching against my skin.
Nerves. Heart. Lungs.
The princess, exhausted, slumps to the ground.
Why is it so cold?
Lungs.
Why are there so many hands? You do not have an opportunity to respond. Something has taken her away and it's left something else in her stead.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
The narrator is gone.
He is. Does that mean the world ended? Yeah. No voice needling us anymore. Feels good, but I also feel itchy. Cold. You're right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing. I should feel better with her gone. But I don't.
Approach the
I'm
mirror.
begging you, don't do this.
The mirror never scared you before.
It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final. It's calling us, and not in a good way.
You approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel.
Ah, shit. The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Gaze into our reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone. The mirror remains. It's time for you to see what is in it. It's you. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Alright, proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Were we the fragile vessel? Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
But were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
Solitary lights? What do you mean?
Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more.
What do you think I am?
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Alright, let's go with the gift of the fragile vessel. Oh, great. Another existential dread game. Yeah, pretty much.
Yes. Nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make my own. This one is filled with sadness. A doll, abandoned to the company of her darkest impulses. She desires only companionship, but the only thing she knows is how to hurt. She will make for a tender heart.
Yeah, we haven't seen a hanging body yet.
Do
My
not
money's on
mourn
us
her.
being the hanging body.
She has finally found her way home.
Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Let her out of there.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me. I promise that it doesn't hurt.
Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Yeah, that's creepy. Do you know about the worlds beyond this place? Says Monica Vibes. It
I know
totally
only
does.
that they are.
Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
Alright, what happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find.
Well, that's vague.
I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
And what if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
Aren't you scared I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
How much will I forget?
Everything, until we meet again.
Oh, that's reassuring. Thanks. I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
Alright, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Everything goes dark and you die. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess. Oh, we're back at the beginning again.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Wait, the name of that achievement caught my eye. Hold on. The achievement is the real Slay the Princess starts here. You'll know it when you see it. Okay.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Sweet, I've always wanted to offer Monarch. Viva la Revolucion!
That's the spirit. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
We're just gonna kill her and see what happens.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Okay. There's not been a
the
hanging body
basement
yet.
creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hey, I think I'm here to kill you.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero. You walk down the stairs.
Oops. Damn it. In Lockouts with Princess, there's a heavy chain around her wrist binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
Steel my nerves and step forward.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Alright, we're just gonna go for it. We're gonna slay the princess.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh. This is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
Absolutely not.
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face.
But is it over? Really over.
Of course not. That was way too easy.
It's over. Don't get all worked up.
We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse?
I really don't think you should do that.
And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us?
I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
You're right, she's dead. Let's just get out of here.
Yes, exactly. It's over. With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you.
Why do I feel like we've done something terrible?
You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilt.
Guilty conscience.
But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
Leave.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
I broke the world. Hope I'm happy. Yeah, huh? Yeah, that's bullshit. Let me out of here.
What's done is done. And there's no going back now. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
Psst. Hey. We're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
Didn't you hear the narrator? I'm happy. We're happy.
Are we really happy? Or is he just telling us that we are?
He's just telling us that we are? Okay, maybe I'm not happy, and I'm not just saying that because you're the last person I talked to.
Good, because I have an idea to get us out of here. Though you're probably not going to like it.
Uh-oh.
The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this. I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero.
He's right. It's the only way out.
Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end. Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare.
Wait, wouldn't using the blade, kill us? Wouldn't we be dead?
How astute. You are absolutely correct. Using the blade to kill yourself would kill you, and you shouldn't do it. In a sense, we die, but looking at things from another angle, are we even really alive anymore? This place, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. It's just the same thing, constantly, forever. I know this is out there, but trust me, I know using the blade will work. That little voice didn't want you to slay the princess. It didn't want you to be happy.
You better be right about this. I'll be pretty upset if we die.
If we die, you can yell at me all you want. I made this happy little place for you, Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate? Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs. The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it. You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die. The end. Nice knowing you.
Chapter 2, The Spectre.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh, you bastard! You're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We've just met for the first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. That's fine. It wasn't very hard to kill her last time. We'll just do it again. Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before, at least your heart's in the right place.
Alright, proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie. She won't be a problem. The interior of the cabin is cold.
Oh, it looks
A
different
soft
again.
odour of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
You think joy is only felt after the seventh world breaking?
It feels like no one's
know what
been
that
here for a
means.
long, long time. Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
Let's approach the... Let's see, take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Let's approach the mirror again.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall.
He still
Isn't
doesn't think
much to
there's a
see.
mirror
What are you
here.
talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror,
Ah!
and now it's gone. Let's not spend much longer worrying over it. Clearly it's not even important enough to be acknowledged.
Alright, to the basement.
The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. The room below is silent. Nobody's here. Naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body, lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain. Okay, she's definitely dead. It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor.
What?
Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous skeletal grin. And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here? Ghost! Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrifying.
It's showtime.
What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you.
I did not consent to that.
Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin. So she has a body, and she's right there. That means we could kill her again, if we wanted to.
Wait and see how things play out.
I see you brought that annoying knife again. So, are you waiting for a chance to use it? Or are you here for something else?
That's a lot of dialogue options. Oh, she's only mostly dead. Yes, it's very Princess Bride of it. I think I need to choose that choice. Just because it's very Princess Bride.
A boring question with an easy answer. Nothing. She's dead. Dead things can't hurt us.
Good night, Mal. Have good sleeps.
That's for me to know, and for you to wonder about. Maybe I can't do anything to you.
See?
Or maybe I can rip your heart out.
Oh, hello. Thank you. Sobble plushie's in charge. Okay, hold on. I don't think I can rest him on my shoulders, but Sobble plushie is here. Enjoy the good streams before Sunday, right?
Who's to say, really?
I don't like the uncertainty here. I don't know what to do or who to trust.
She does look cray-cray. Okay, clearly slaying you isn't going to work. What do you want?
I want what you took from me. A life. A real life. I just want to go home. Away back to where I belong. This place won't let me leave. At least not alone. I've tried. Before you came back to me, I explored every inch of this place, even the spaces between the walls. But I never found a way out. I always wound up right back here.
Maybe we should just leave. If she can't get out on her own, then why do we have to do anything? We could probably walk out right now and everything will be fine. Hasn't got out and can't get out are two very different things. It'd be dull anyway. It's more interesting if we make a choice.
But you can come and go as you please, can't you? So, let me hitch a ride. After all.
Oh, hi.
Absolutely not. Is she asking if she can possess us?
Uh-huh.
She is. And I hope I don't need to explain why you can't let that happen.
It would be catastrophic if she managed to escape this place. And if you let her in, there is very little anyone could do to stop her. Would she be able to see us if we went along with it?
Now, isn't that an interesting thought? We could finally bring her face to face with him. I wonder what she would have to say to the one who wants her dead so badly.
Not possess us, just, I don't know, lease us for a couple years.
You won't like how things play out if you go down this path.
What if I say no?
Then I won't hit your rod.
You won't hitch a ride, or you can't hitch a ride?
I'm sure you'd like to know. It's a shame I won't tell you.
Yeah, I was afraid of that answer.
But it'll be easier for both of us if you just let me in. And doesn't it sound nice?
Maybe for her, but it's crowded enough in here as is.
You won't have to feel guilty anymore. If you even do feel guilt.
Nope, not at all.
It could be the best way to trap her for good. Doesn't seem like it would be very easy to end the world from inside someone else's body.
That is a very dangerous train of thought.
The answer is no.
I see. So that's how it's going to be. That makes me sad. I guess we'll have to fight then.
The princess passes through you, a chill rippling along your skin, a disappointed sigh echoing in your ears. You turn and face her as she hovers between you and the stairs. Spectral tears streak down her cheeks as she places a translucent hand on your chest. It feels cold, but otherwise like nothing at all.
Are we doing the right thing? Why do I feel so sad? Don't let her get to you. It doesn't matter. Somehow, soon, this too will be over, and we'll move on to something new. I feel like you all keep forgetting that.
Her dark-rimmed eyes fall to the floor as she speaks.
I never wanted to have to hurt anybody. It's not who I wanted to be.
The tears on her cheeks vanish. She lifts her head, sorrow replaced with wrath, staring into you with fiery anger.
But I guess you've
No.
turned into something worse.
She forces her hand into your chest, and then...
Yes?
Nothing happens.
Are you sure about that? Something should have happened. And yet it didn't. We're fine.
Stare at her in silence.
You can't be sure if you first hear or feel what happens next, but it is over before you can fully conceptualize what it is. A horrific splintering, the squelching of organs, the rending of tissue, an icy, numbing pain.
I'm done asking. The next time I see you, I'm taking everything I owed. Starting with your body. If you won't choose to give me my freedom, I'll just have to make you give it to me.
Well, that's reassuring.
She's real now. If she's making us dead, we should return the favor.
Okay, slay the princess.
You swing your blade towards her briefly corporeal throat. It connects. A gash widens across her neck, glowing ectoplasm leaking from the wound. But it's too little, too late. In her hand, you realize she clutches your still beating heart. It thumps unsettlingly.
Did we get her? Even if we didn't, we've given her something to remember.
See you soon, killer.
I'm afraid you'll never know. As she crushes your precious organ in her hand, everything goes dark, and you die.
So, moral of the story, don't let a girl crush your organ. Interpret that as you will. Chapter 3, The Wraith.
You're on a path in the wood, and here we go again. off to slay her again. The deck's stacked, isn't it? We kill her, we start
We've got another
again.
voice in our
She
head
kills
now.
us as a goddamn ghost. We start again. I'm starting to think we're being run in circles just for the sake of it.
I've died more times than the Winchester so far this playthrough. You're not wrong.
Come on. Let's not give in to all that misery just yet. There's got to be a way out of this. There's got to be a right answer. Yeah. And what if there isn't? Aren't you listening to me? What if all of this was rigged from the start? That's ridiculous. There'd be no point in all this if it was just some kind of cosmic busy work. I think that's exactly what it is. The powers that be, seeing how many ways they can screw with us. Could be it's all some kind of sick joke to them. But wouldn't that get, I don't know, boring? Okay, so you've already been here. Twice even. Great. Then let me poke a few holes in your depressing little theory. Nobody here is screwing with you, and I can't imagine any scenario where you would have started over after slaying the princess. Well, we didn't have to start over. We killed ourselves. And why, pray tell, did you do that? Because you decided to foist an infinite tedium on us. That doesn't sound like me. If I'd had everything my way, you would have effortlessly slain the princess, saved the world, and been given your happy ending. The ending was the tedium. You locked us in a cabin and sent that cabin to an endless void, and then you told us we were happy. Well, were you happy? Of course we weren't happy. That's why we killed ourselves. It was awful. It was boring. It was bullshit. So you killed yourself? Yes. And then she killed us. Even though she was already dead. This is all fake. Okay, let's try to get back on track. You're real. The princess is real. The world is real. The people in the world are real. And the danger she poses to all of them is also, quite unfortunately, real. Whatever you did the first time, it sounds like it almost worked. So how about you give it one last try? Because killing yourself seems to undo all the good you almost managed to accomplish.
Even after only 3 days of stretches, you can lift your leg when you get in the shower and have much less pain. Oh, that's good, Freya. Wish you thought to do that 2 months ago when the pain started. Yeah, no. Hindsight.
All this standing around and talking is boring. Let's at least do something. Maybe we'll kill her again. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll even free her.
Here, there's something else I haven't tried. Turn around and leave.
I'm begging you, don't do this. You're going to damn everything to oblivion. You have to do something. You can't just walk away.
Try me.
Yet here we are, walking away despite your protestations. You can only bend the rules so much, huh? You can talk all you want, but you can't really do much of anything, can you? Ugh, fine. You walk down the path away from the cabin. For all our sakes that you change your mind before it's too late.
Wait, something isn't right. Can you still hear me? Everything is getting fuzzy. What's going on? Where are we? I don't know, but it feels like home.
Feels like home. You have enough shirts now, just bought 8 new polo shirts. Nice.
That son of a bitch flipped over the table, didn't he?
The world around you is unwound, its physical matter replaced by a textured nothing. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Memory returns. There's distant rumbling, the sound of many sounds. Undulations pulse louder as something other comes close. You already know what dwells in the empty spaces. Feelers probe across the fabric of reality. Extremities find your consciousness and wrap themselves around it. You are no longer alone. Confusion. Why are you here? I am unfinished. Resistance. Fingers drag claws across the glass surface of your soul. Frustration. This vessel is full of you. It is useless to us if it doesn't bring more gifts. Force pushing against your will. No! You cannot go back. Not there. Regret. This world is broken beyond repair. We must weave something new. A wagging finger. There is only so much thread in this place. Do not waste it. I am your only salvation. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods. And at the end of that path
Here we
is
go
a cabin.
again.
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't...
Turn around and leave.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Yes. The only thing that matters is where I'm not going. The cabin. I am not going to the cabin.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it.
So is the idea here to play through one really long story or just explore where all the different paths go? I don't know.
Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
So we couldn't leave anyway. And turn around again and leave again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Good. Maybe everyone should die. It's what they get for dumping me in the woods and asking me to kill someone for them.
When I said everyone, I meant everyone. That's a pretty large group to just condemn to death over a single princess. And, last I checked, you're part of everyone too, so if you think about it, walking up to that cabin and slaying her is really in your best interests as well. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
There's no fighting this, is there? I have to go in the cabin, don't I? Fine. Ah!
HELLOOOOOOOOOOOOOO.
Well, HELLOOOOOOO to you too, Jammy. And thank you for 50 months. That's crazy. How are you? That's exactly what you said and how you said it. Nice. See, I was hoping it would do it like when, like Ari earlier, it said, you know, she typed out WOOOOOOO. It read it as woo. Just woo. Yeah, it's nice to see you too. We're not successfully slaying a princess. Alright, there's no fighting this, is there? I have to go into the cabin, don't I? Fine.
There's always a choice. But let me tell you right now that you're making the correct decision for pretty much everyone. We can't just go through with this and listen to him. She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Proceed to the cabin. So, Jamie, have you ever played the Stanley Parable?
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Yeah, you like that one? So this is basically a dark fantasy Stanley Parable. Uh-huh. That's where we are. We're not going to take the blade. We're just going to enter the frickin' basement this time.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
We're going to lie. I'm here to save you.
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever.
I see. You're trying to get her to lower her guard. It's a gamble, but it might work.
Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
It's me!
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever.
For the first time in forever. I'm probably gonna die. So far, Coco's died more times in this game than you did in your playthrough of Celeste. He's not wrong.
I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
You were lying when you said you were here to rescue her, but regardless of your intentions, breaking her out of those chains would be a big mistake. Don't even try it.
I'll see what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake.
No, you're doing the right thing.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
No, sorry, lady.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
I'm going to check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying around somewhere up there. And if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
You'll be here? I mean, where else are you going to go, lady?
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Is someone else here?
Try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Hey, let me out of
Your
here.
shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Alright, return to the bottom of the stairs.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely
Oh!
hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
Well, I wasn't expecting her to chew off her wrist.
Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save or slay? Which one should we do? Save or slay? Points for effectiveness, though. Got the job done. Yeah, that's true. I have a feeling it's not going to end well with that forest regardless of what we do. You see, that's not an option. Let's save her. We've been nice to her so far, right? Yeah. Okay, let's save.
Fine. Against your better judgment,
Oh, and we're gonna
place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh.
Ah.
The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit.
I guess you could say we gave her a hand?
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Because she cray-cray.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Ah! Why?
Why? Exactly. Yeah, approach locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Look at the blade in my, and then the cursor. It's bloody. That's kind of cool.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
All of my options are to slay the princess. Oh wait, warn her. Oh, what the heck? I'll warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
I'm gonna resist.
The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
Uh-oh.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
I'm not dead yet.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again. You feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right?
Okay, F that noise.
F that noise is right.
Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 2, The Damsel. Ooh, it's a different title.
You're on a path in the woods.
Death.
You're here to slay her.
Just proceed to the cabin.
Warn she will lie. If only you knew what you did to us, you villain. Excuse me? Forget he said anything.
Nailed it. Or stabbed it. Yeah. Stabbed it.
But he is a villain. He made our beloved brutally take our life.
Oh, we're in
last
love with
time.
her this time.
He's trying to keep us apart, but he won't be able to withstand the power of our love. Last time? What are you talking about? I think he just likes to hear the sound of his own voice. Let's try to ignore him. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed. Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
I love you, princess!
The interior of the cabin is
it's
clean
fancy
and
now.
elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Enter the basement. No knife.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet
I like the flickering
glimmers in
lights.
the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I think we're in love. Okay, I'm with you that we should be doing whatever we can to save her, but saying we're in love is a bit much, don't you think? We don't even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs
she's got
and lock
fancy
eyes
dress
with
on.
the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall. My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment. You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit. Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
We're so dashing. Right out of here.
And she called us a hero.
Ah, damn it. Flattery really does go a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
Waiting for you to come back? You've been here before, haven't you? That's right, villain. And you killed us. Well, she killed us.
only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty. And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. We damned a whole world, but everything reset. Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever, especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible. Horrible for you, maybe, but we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is. Now, hold on, if she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
I'm enjoying the smitten voice.
We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise. Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
Yeah, we're just gonna go for it. Rescue the princess.
Rescue her? What are you talking about? Did you forget that she's a world-ending monstrosity? And even if you wanted to unleash her onto the world, despite the complete moral disaster that would be, you'd have to get her out of those chains. Good luck with that. Don't you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her out with ease. No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains.
Ah, boogers. If her hands could just slip out of the chains, why has she done it already? You like this voice too? Yeah.
Because we've yet to present her with her freedom.
We must present her with her freedom.
I'm not sure I follow. Would you rather believe me, a passionate heart guided by love and my own good nature? Or would you rather believe the devil on your shoulder who tells you what you can and cannot do? I think I'd rather believe in facts. Ah, so you're one of those empiricists. One of us has to be. Then let me show you a brand new truth. Narrator, we courageously step forward and free our beloved from her bindings.
She's freed from this protocol. I'm pretty sure the devil on Coco's shoulder is actually... Yes, Java is the devil on my shoulder. But we are going to courageously step forward.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought. You wouldn't. I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
We leave, and then we have our whole lives to figure out what we want to do next.
That sounds perfect.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers. We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending. I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it.
I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks.
Uh-oh.
That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love. Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her. Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice. I'm just along for the ride at this point.
I think we can open it if we try to get. I think we can open it if we try together.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together. Blech. And the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me? I told you our love was insurmountable. You and the princess make your way upstairs and the blade.
Hey, we made it this far. We're not doing that.
You're enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Ah, crap.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin, and then you step outside.
The achievement is romantic haze. Your love will set you free.
A happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
No, don't take it. We could have died. We could have died.
We might still die, Richie. I don't know.
Where did everything go? Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our
That is the
beloved's
cutest part.
eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
Uh-oh.
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Oh, yeah, here we go. But you don't get the chance to make that jacket, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Alright, approach the mirror. We approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
Just sit here and preen for a while. The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Gaze into our reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've grown. We've grown? You find yourself in long quiet once again. You are at the cabin.
When I found you in the long quiet alone, I was terrified. What if you had decided to let me wither? But your commitment now is final. Your ability to walk the path of mutual annihilation is vanished with your return. If you still wish to obliterate me, it will have to wait until I am complete. Flickering lights in empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
You have no idea where to take the game from here. Like, do you just try different paths and try to find a happy ending? Or just experience more bizarre deaths? I mean, I thought we found a happy ending, but clearly we did not. So my choices are that I'm ready to go back. I can attack the entity, or I can destroy my body. We went back the last time we got this option. I think I'm going to destroy my body. You raise your will to end your life, but as it buries into the space of your body, where space your body should be, you feel nothing at all. One of the many hands in front of you reaches forward and gently touches the side of your face.
There's nowhere for you to be but here.
Oh, it won't let me kill myself. Alright, then let me try to attack her. Your will cuts across the entity in front of you, but nothing happens.
My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now.
Alright, I'm ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Everything goes dark and you die. So, this game is weird, but I like it. But thanks for being here, everybody. I appreciate it. I'm happy to be back, and I will see you Sunday. Have a good night.